Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's Johnny Sunshine. September 28th. Wow. Another month has gone by. I got to do some yard work today, guys. And lots of it, to be honest. Come on, you fucking dogs. So I already did a little bit. I need to check and see how much gas I have. I'm gonna go around and kind of show what I need to do. I need to trim these spider plants. I need to vacuum my lanai, get all these weeds. These things, this must be the spider. This is a fern, not a spider plant. But I need to trim these things all off. Clean this place up, get it ready for the rental season. Got a lot of stuff to do. It shouldn't be that bad. I just pulled my lawnmower out. I've got a little push lawnmower I bought for 60 bucks. And I already mowed my pavers. Not many people have to do that. Mow your fucking pavers. But I got to get the weed whacker out. Do some weeding. It shouldn't be that bad, man. You know, it's been very wet down here this year. We've gotten a lot of rain. The grass and the trees, everything's going good. Growing good. I need to get my chainsaws out. I got some wackadoodle-doo branches that need to come down. I need to cut that up. I need to trim these trees that are hanging over my house on this new roof. And I need to weed whack everything. I'm going to concentrate mainly this morning on this lanai area, the backyard, the rental. Get this all cleaned up. Try to get you some footage when I do that. It's a lot of work, but I haven't really been doing much, man. I'll be honest. I have a serious fucking addiction to, especially this weekend. It's obvious, man. TikTok. Not TikTok, but maybe it's YouTube. The short videos, man. I mean, I literally could sit there for fucking 2, 3, 4 hours, man. And, just watch these. A lot of the shit's interesting, you know, but I know it's not good for me. Let me go get some coffee. Yeah, so I was saying, man, like yesterday, man, I never left my house, man. Well, I did. I went and bought some dog food, some food for the big dog, meaning me. Let me turn this other fan on. It's getting warm. I think there's a lot going on out here, man. Thank God I don't watch television anymore. The Sunday shows must be quite interesting lately with this new America we're living in. Everybody seems to be okay with that. We'll see where it takes us. We've got a couple of hurricanes out here. Let's see what that news is. Latest hurricane tracking. Let's see, y'all. I don't know where they're, I mean, the last thing I saw. Let's see where they're tracking. So many commercials, man, on this internet bullshit. You can't get through to what you want without, you know. So it appears that this stuff's going to turn. It's going to come in and then make a beeline back out into the Atlantic. That's it on that. I just watched the Mikey Pipes video, his Sunday morning It's Not Me video. Thank God Mikey's not running the fucking Navy or the coach of a team or a team manager, because nobody wants to play for him. You know what I'm saying? Mikey, a tough pill to swallow, guy. But I just have to tell you, man, the tone, I believe, and I could be wrong. I mean, who the fuck am I? But just your tone towards people is just not conducive to getting good people. Good people see that and they say, I ain't going there. I don't need to be fodder for this guy. Not fodder like a fart. Fodder. F-O-D-D-E-R. Let's see what fodder, the definition of fodder is. What is the definition of fodder? Food. Wow, that's not my fucking so he's always talking about feeding us out here. Fodder is food, especially dried hay or feed for cattle and other livestock. So I was wrong on that, but I don't think so. The slang term for fodder refers to something, often information or people, that is considered expendable, useful only for a specific purpose, or considered easily defeated or exploited. It derived from the literal meaning of coarse, cheap animal feed, but in slang it can describe something that serves as material for gossip, political attacks, or as weak, easily beaten opponents in fiction. Yeah, unfortunately he uses some of his employees, especially the new people, he uses them as fodder. Mike, I like you, brother, but man, something's wrong, something's stinky in Denmark, man. And this kid that's been working for you for 3-4 months, bro, you gotta, just the tone, you won't cross that line into giving the kid a compliment. You know, you get close, but then you take it back. You say, yeah, he's gotta do this and this and this and this. Jesus Christ, come on, give the fucking kid a chance. Give peace a chance. So old Donnie's out spending our tax dollars again this weekend, golfing, going to the Ryder Cup. You know, he's got a no limit credit card, man, and he's fucking using it. That's for sure, guys. But that's good. He's making America great again. Let's see what the economic indicators are. We talked about this the other day, me and Mikey, and he said unemployment's 2-3%. I said it's probably closer to 4 or 5. I was right. He's wrong again. His statistics are just, he immediately, when he puts out a statistic or some point, they go on the offense and say, where do you get your fucking news? obviously somebody who's a little more reliable than the people you're getting your news from, because your fucking facts are wrong, my friend. Let's see. What are the leading economic indicators currently? The leading economic indicators currently include housing market activity, housing starts, building permits, business sentiment, purchasing managers index, stock market performance, and the yield curve, which signal potential future economic conditions like growth or contraction. We are in a contraction, my friends. These indicators, not according to Mikey Pipes. According to Mikey Pipes, everything's just fucking peachy. These indicators provide insight into future trends for the economy and markets before they become apparent in broader economic, before it hits you in the fucking face, basically. Economic data like GDP or employment statistics. So that's what we want to get to, the broader economic data. Let's do another search. What are the conditions of the broader economic conditions? What are the current broader economic conditions? Okay, so key aspects of current broader economic conditions include continued global growth, though at a slower pace than in previous years, ongoing inflation concerns, and shifting monetary policies, heightened trade tensions and policy uncertainty also pose significant risks. Global economic conditions, slower growth. Global growth is projected to be around 3% to 3.1% for 2025, which is a slowdown from previous years. Fucking Biden. This deceleration is particularly noticeable in emerging markets and is influenced by factors such as persistent inflation, restrictive monetary policies, and geopolitical issues. Inflation trending down, but risks remain. This is on a global deal, and I just gotta say, Mikey thinks that people around the world respect Donald Trump. I beg to differ. I don't think they do, man. The vast majority of industrialized nations think this guy is a fucking clown. Simple as that, man. And he is, you know? I mean, that's the fucking reality of it. I mean, he goes to these meetings, these summits and all this shit, and he literally knows nothing about what the fuck. He just doesn't know. His favorite thing to say is, I didn't hear that. I'll have to look into that. Yeah. He's got these lines that people have been accepting for a long time. But I'm scared, man. For the first time in my life, man, I fear that the fact that I disagree and I put it out there publicly that retribution could be in the future for me. I mean, just look what he's doing, man. And if you compare what happened to him in New York City with his trial and conviction, 34 felony convictions, and think that was, Joe Biden's crime family going after political people, it's a joke, man. It's apples and oranges, guys. Let's talk. Let's fucking chat for a minute. Let's see here. So Mikey, instead of asking me where I get my news, tell us all where you get your news. The New York Post? I think you probably get that delivered to your fucking house. A bastion of fucking right-wing conspiracy newspaper. Yeah. What is the status of the leading economic indicators in the United States? Alright, so the U.S. leading economic indicators show mixed signals, with the Conference Board's LEI falling consistently over the past 6 months, suggesting a potential recession. While other data like the composite leading indicator from OECD, I don't know what that is, I can look it up, but a slight increase in August 2025, and the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index also declined in September 25. These indicators, which provide early signals of economic turning points, are painting a picture of an economy facing increasing weakness and potential contraction. Key leading indicators: the Conference Board Leading Economic Index, that's the LEI. The index has fallen for the past 6 months. Imagine that. 6 months. Oh, that's after Joe Biden left town, you know. Economic weakness is intensifying and spreading, and the Conference Board projects that a recession could begin around the end of 2025. Trumponomics, trickle-down economics. It always ends up with the fucking economy down to a trickle. And then the vulture capitalists swoop in. They buy up all our fucking houses for fucking pennies on the dollar. And I can't even afford to buy a box of fucking Kleenex to wipe a booger out of my fucked up nostril. Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. Consumer confidence has decreased in September, which can signal a potential slowdown in spending. What the signals mean: economic weakness and contraction. The primary message from the LEI and the decrease in consumer confidence is that the U.S. economy is facing significant weakness and is potentially moving towards a contractionary phase. Inconsistent signals. Yeah. A slight increase in the composite leading indicator, the CLI, suggests that not all leading indicators are pointing in the same direction, making the overall economic outlook uncertain. Future economic slowdown. The consistent decline in the LEI is a particular strong signal, as the index has reliably predicted past recessions. In summary, the U.S. leading economic indicators suggest a worsening economic outlook, with recession being a potential outcome in the near future. Mikey, if you have some facts that contradict that, share them with us, man. Share them with us. Instead of yelling or having not letting somebody get a fucking word in edgewise, which is what happened the other day when we had our conversation. And you just keep spilling like Trump. You keep putting things out there that are not true, and you keep talking and talking and talking, and by the time I get a word in edgewise, I've forgotten about all the points I wanted to make about what you said, because they're all fucking wrong, man. They're all wrong. Jesus Christ, man. Things are tough, man. Hyundai. Which companies are pulling out their operations in America after the ICE raids? Let's see what that says. So following increased immigration enforcement in 2025, notably an ICE raid at the Hyundai facility in Georgia, South Korean companies have frozen or suspended some operations in the U.S. South Korean firms which have major U.S. investment have been significantly affected and have responded by suspending projects and recalling personnel. LG Energy Solution. In September 2025, an ICE raid at Hyundai LG battery plant in Georgia resulted in the arrest of hundreds of workers, including many South Koreans. Following the raid, LG Energy Solution put construction at the $4.3 billion facility on hold at least the first half of 2026. That doesn't sound to me like, they're too happy about old Trumpy and his policies. There is a better way, guys. That's all I'm saying. There is a better way to deal with immigration. This bullshit of running around like the Gestapo and tackling people in the street. It's playing into all those economic indicators. People are like, what the fuck is happening to my country, man? What is happening to my country? And what's going to happen in the fucking midterm elections, man? What the fuck is this guy going to do in his fucking band of fucking merry nitwits who do whatever the fuck? He's a puppet, man. It ain't Donald Trump. He couldn't figure his way out of a fucking wet paper bag, man. He's a bullshit artist. He talks he never says anything, man. He has nothing to fucking add to the conversation but a few little quips, and he's our president, Somebody will say, well, yeah, that's what you fucking know. Yeah, well, I ain't the fucking president of the United States. I would hope, beyond hope, that we could get somebody in there a little smarter than me. That's all I'm fucking saying. That's why we elect leaders, not fucking convicts. So Hyundai is on the fence about spending $4.3 billion in our country. Well, now Samsung and SK Hynix, while not directly involved in the Georgia raids, these companies have been cited as concerned about potential future enforcement. The incident has raised questions about future South Korean direct investment in the United States. He's not attracting business, man. He's not attracting business, guys. And I'm looking for your rebuttal on this. Other projects, reports indicate that construction on at least 22 other factory sites with ties to South Korean companies has been halted. 22 other factories, man. That's where the fucking economy picks up, because these people, whether they're here legally or illegally, they still gotta fucking eat. They still gotta buy gas. They contribute to the fucking economy. These people are hauling ass. They're afraid they're gonna lose everything they worked their whole fucking life for. And they're not fucking criminals. The criminal's in the goddamn White House. So Amazon, Walmart, and Disney. Reports from July 2025 indicate these companies have been forced to fire employees or place them on leave to comply with shifting federal immigration policies. Small businesses. And all I'm saying, guys, I'm not a pro-fucking illegal immigrant, What I'm saying is there's a better way to fucking deal with this. It's called comprehensive immigration reform. A pathway to fucking citizenship, man. These guys work, man. And it breaks my fucking heart to see these fucking people getting treated like shit by terrible people. These ICE agents, beating up fucking women, pushing them to the fucking ground. If that's the America you want to live in, man, it ain't what I want to fucking see. It ain't, you know, they're deplorable, man. So there was a thing that happened for a little while where the people of America, or people in general, we have the power, guys. There's a handful of fucking billionaires who own everything in this world, and they're nothing without us. Believe that. They would have you think something else, but they're nothing without us. So these things they're putting on now, these little 2, 3, 4 day boycotts, it gets people in line. That's what happened with Disney, man. Disney, for some reason, you know, canceled Jimmy Kimmel. And it's probably because somebody high up in Disney is on the fucking list that they're so fervently keeping undercover. If I were innocent and my name was not on that list, that motherfucker would be out there. It would be out there. This is like, them not releasing the list is like pleading the fifth. That's what it is, guys. Nothing more. But now they're using that list to blackmail people, man. They're using, Trump probably called up somebody from fucking Disney and said, hey, you know, we still have that picture of you in a chicken suit, you know, fucking some little kid, you know, on fucking Einstein's fucking island, or whatever the fuck his name is. That whole fucking deal is nothing but a way to blackmail powerful fucking pedophiles, man. As simple as that. These guys like kids, man. They're so sick with their money. They're like, yeah, I'd rather fuck a kid than a fucking crusty old bitch. Crazy, man. Mikey, show me where you get your fucking information. Now, I know there's always two sides to every coin, but you guys on your side are just full of fucking shit, man. Simple as that. I know that this is going to be a great video. It's going to do very, very well. And I'll probably lose, you know, some fucking subscribers because you guys can't handle the fucking truth. It is what it is, man. 28 minutes. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to start at the top, I think. Well, first I got to get some gas. And then I'm going to cut those branches back off of my roof, at least 5-6 feet high off the roof. I don't mind the shade. I just don't want them. I don't want animals to be able to climb down onto my roof. But they'll find a way anyways to get up there if they want, for sure. So I'm going to let you go, man. I know that this is not what you people wanted to hear. But Mikey, I'm willing to have a conversation where you don't shout over what. Give me an opportunity to speak. Watch that tape again. You'll see that he just goes ranting and raving and fucking never gives you a fucking chance to get a word in edgewise. He thinks that for some reason Donald Trump has a good standing in the world. They laugh at him, man. They laugh at him at the United Nations. They fucking turned the goddamn escalator off on the guy. And then they turned off his fucking teleprompter and he was fucked. He was standing there and he didn't have a fucking... He never has a thought of his own. Whatever the fuck he's reading surely was not written by himself. Surely he never even went over it. He has no idea what the fuck it's going to say. And he was lost. Had a loss for words is what he was. Standing there like the fucking fool that he is. really has no fucking he's killing this country, man. He's changing this country. This is not the country you want, you know, make America great again. We have never been like this, man. Jesus Christ. It's gonna take us generations to recover from this fucking guy, because not only has he corrupted this country, he's corrupted the rest of the world. The fucking guys like Putin and Netanyahu and the guy from Turkey or wherever the fuck he's from. Dictators, man. Is that really what you guys want? Is that really what you want to live under? Because they'll be coming for you, man. Nobody's exempt. Once they have the power, people will disappear, unfortunately. And anyways, I gotta go. I got work to do. Really not my best side. You know, I got hair coming out of one spot, a booger hanging on my opening of the cave. Yeah. Anyways, have a great Sunday, guys. It's kind of heavy shit, but it's been weighing on me, man. It really has. I'm really concerned about my country. What the fuck, man? Unbelievable. Oh, let's see what is, you know, Mikey says that the vast majority of people in America. Not true, Mikey. Unfortunately for you. What is Trump's approval rating today? President Donald Trump's approval ratings continued dropping in most polls following a week marked by controversial health claims, legal pressure against political opponents, and escalating partisan rhetoric. On Monday, Trump publicly called for an investigation of political opponents, including Adam Schiff, James Comey, Letitia James, accusing them of misconduct and calling for criminal charges. Wow. The move drew criticism from legal experts and Democratic leaders who warned it could further politicize the Justice Department. Our Justice Department has never been so fucking politicized. On the health front, Trump ignited a controversy by linking Tylenol use during pregnancy to autism. What the fuck does he know about that? What does he know about that? A guy who lives on fucking Big Macs, man, and Coca-Cola. Goodbye. And he's got a fucking crackhead, fucking heroin addict. He probably got that idea from him. Delusional. Mikey called me delusional. Wow. Real Clear Politics. Average of polls from September 12th to the 25th shows his approval rating at 45%. According to the most recent Gallup poll, Trump's job approval rating was at 40%. That means 60% disapprove. Reuters Ipsos poll from September 19th to the 21st reported that 41% of those surveyed gave him a favorable approval rating. Mikey would be one of those fucking 41%, unfortunately for him. But 58% gave an unfavorable rating. New York Times daily average of polls showed a 43% approval rating. Great. The poll from the Associated Press and NORC showed a 39% approval rating and 60% disapprove. The Economist shows 39% of people have a favorable. These are the people who would vote for him if he got caught with a fucking little kid bent over the fucking obsolete desk. Rasmussen shows 49% approval and 50% disapproval. Yeah. They took that poll here in Sarasota, somewhere in Florida, safe to say. So the American Research Group poll from September 22nd showed 37% approval rating, 58% disapprove. Mikey, unless you have some other information besides that one, outlier, which is a liar, that's funny that's, what they call that, an outlier. Yeah. The guy's not very popular, and he's the laughing stock of the fucking world, man. I mean, they just, everywhere he goes, they know the guy stinks like shit. He smells. He has no fucking idea of anything. I mean, as far as world leaders, where this guy ranks, pretty fucking low, intelligence-wise. You know what I mean? See this guy? Gavin Newsom? He's going to open up a can of whoop ass on somebody. Donald Trump can't run. Donald Trump can't run again in 2028. But if he tries to run again, if we even have an election, who knows? Maybe he's going to start a war somewhere and say we can't have an election this year because, I bombed some fucking drug boats. Come to find out all they had were fish from a fucking fishing goddamn tournament. Yeah, it's a little scary, man. Little fucking scary out there. Wow. Give you guys an attaboy, Mikey. Pat him on the back instead of being so critical of him. Your success fucking teeters on your help, guy. Yeah, you're a great, we all are. We're all good at what we do, the owner of a company. Basically, you're asking people as employees to work for less than the job is worth. You know what I mean? You make a good living on that, on them. You provide them with a job and a place to go to work. That's great. But as a, you're limited with how much money you can make by yourself, man. So, and I know that. I know I make a lot less money now than I did when I had a bunch of fucking employees doing a shitload of houses. And when you compare what one man can do, one man in a truck, even in New York City where prices seem to be through the fucking roof, that communist state that you've done so well in, very wealthy, got all kinds of shit. You look like you're doing pretty good in that communist state. You came down here to this red state in Florida and learned real fucking quick. It's a different animal down here in the South, y'all. South of the Mason-Dixon, yeah. It's fucking different. Alright, I could go on and on and on, but most of you probably turned off. Let's guess how many views I'm going to get on this. I'm going to say under 500 and a lot of nasty comments. Have a great Sunday, guys. See you!